It's your boy Big Baby. Support sporting icons for latest boxing news. Cheeseburger.
You know what? You're all going to like one of the surprises I have for you in this video, so keep on watching. You'll know it when you see it. Now, first of all, I was under the impression, many of you guys were under the impression that Deontay Wilder was offered $100 million for a 3-fight deal. Dominic Breazeale, then back-to-back fights with Anthony Joshua. As it turned out, and Finkel and Wilder admitted this, and you can see this in the link below in the description box, go to about 130 minutes, there's about a 10-15 minute stint of Wilder and Finkel. Now, I'm just going to talk about Shelly Finkel on this one, and the Wilder statements and quotes that Wilder's been saying. I'll do in a separate video, not just from this particular one, but from other ones as well. I'm going to compile them all together and give you my reaction to all of those. But in this one, I'm just going to talk about Shelly Finkel. So anyway, it turns out to be 120 million. Does that make it any better? Make your own mind up. He turned down $120 million. Okay, how much is he going to get paid to fight Dominic Breazeale on ShowTime? Free to air. I wonder. Anyway, as I said, we're going to talk about that one in another video. But on this one, just Shelly Finkel's statement. So, one of the statements is, DAZN wouldn't tell us how much Joshua was getting. Of course, Shelly Finkel, Deontay Wilder, and other members of his team had a meeting with John Skipper, the chairman, head of DAZN of boxing, and they wouldn't tell him how much Anthony Joshua was getting. Now, previously, on many occasions, Wilder said, I'm good with money. I don't care about money. Why is everybody counting my pockets? It's not about money, it's about legacy. These are Wilder's own words. So take the fight then. You know, that's simple. Take the fight. Not only are you having a legacy fight, but you're getting paid a whole ton of money. You can buy all that weed that you like as much as you like. You can buy a new chin for your brother Marcellus after he gets sparked out by journeymen. Okay? Take the $120 million to fight Breazeale, which you're fighting him anyway. But anyway, it's not about one face, one name, one champion. It's not about legacy. It is about the money, and you're just being greedy. This is about ego. It's all it is. It's about ego. And Shelly Finkel talked him out of this deal, that's for sure. But ultimately, so DAZN wouldn't tell you how much Joshua was getting. But if Joshua was getting the same, would you accept the deal? Would you have accepted it? No, of course you wouldn't. But ultimately, shouldn't you really be looking at what you're getting, not what other people are getting? Surely. Are you happy with 40 or 50 million to fight Joshua? Any fighter on the planet would be. The money that Wilder's getting is more than what Canelo, Joshua, and certainly Tyson Fury is getting per fight. But it's good enough for them, but not good enough for Wilder. Okay. So, there's that one. Shelly Finkel also says this: when we're ready to make an offer, we will to Joshua. Right now, we don't want to. He was asked, why don't you make another offer to Joshua? Why is it that Joshua always has to make all the offers to you? Shelly Finkel saying, when we're ready, we will. Right now, we don't want to. So my response to that one is, okay, so you're not ready, which of course is a good thing, because at least now you've said this, we know you never actually wanted to fight. You're not ready, and you don't want to. Admittance is the first step to curing any kind of ailments and problems, right? So at least now you're admitting it. So well done, Shelly. Another one is Deontay was willing to take 15 million to fight Joshua. Of course, this was going back to, was it June, July kind of time? Okay, so Wilder was willing to fight Anthony Joshua for 15 million. Okay, so that's the offer that you got. You got a contract for that, but he didn't sign it. So therefore, he wasn't willing to take 15 million for that fight. Why? Because you probably talked him out of it. Of course, Eddie Hearn called you Shirley Winkle. This is what it's all about. Even Wilder said this. His name is Shirley. Sorry, his name is Shelly, not Shirley. So this was a very, very key point in the breakdown of negotiations. Yes, Eddie Hearn wasn't acting professional with it by calling him that. But this is clearly one of the reasons why Shelly keeps blocking the fight, right? So, he wasn't willing to take 15 million, Shelly. It just wasn't. Otherwise, he would have signed a damn fight. It's not complicated. Something else that Shelly Finkel said, Deontay wants to do what's right for him, his career and his fans, which is why his fight with Dominic Breazeale is not on ShowTime pay-per-view but regular ShowTime. So let me counteract that one too. What you're really saying is Wilder is not a pay-per-view star. That's what you're saying. All these fans who are saying that him versus Fury was because of Wilder. Well, if it was, then why is this fight not on pay-per-view? If it's a pay-per-view attraction, why is this fight not on pay-per-view? Tell you why, because he's not a pay-per-view fighter. He never was, he never will be. That's why this fight is not on there. And didn't I tell you all, only a few days ago, that fully expect this excuse, I'm giving back to the fans. That's why it's not on pay-per-view. Now, of course, I expected it to be on Fox Sports. Why? Because you get more viewers on there. But he's going to do it on ShowTime. And what did he say? I'm doing this for the fans. I told you he was going to say this, and that's exactly what he done. But really, he's saying, I'm not pay-per-view. You guys won't pay $75, $80 to watch me. Because he's not a pay-per-view star. So there's that one. Shelly Finkel also said, Deontay Wilder is only becoming a bigger star all the time. So therefore, as time goes on, he will earn more. Okay, my reaction to that one is, he's becoming a bigger star. He's not, of course. He's talking about the ESPN rankings. As I said, all this is based on social media. This is based on Google search, YouTube videos, comments, all that kind of stuff. Just because somebody's searching for you, in fact, it's probably a good chance they're searching for you because they don't know who you are. They want to find out who you are. That's the first one. Second of all, your name is attached to Tyson Fury. Your name is attached to Anthony Joshua. Whenever Joshua or Tyson Fury tweets out something on Twitter or Instagram, they copy you in. That's a tick that for you, you see? So your name is always being linked with somebody. Nobody's searching for Deontay Wilder specifically because he's such a great guy, because he's such a popular guy. No. Complete opposite. There's so many trolls that are trolling him. Wilder, you're a bum. Wilder, why do you keep avoiding fighters? Wilder, why this? Wilder, you're doing that. All these comments are all adding up. Do you understand? So it's not actually popularity, that's for sure. Now, as far as his popularity is going up, okay, but didn't you lose your last fight against Tyson Fury, a guy who sat on the sofa for 2.5 years, put cocaine up his nose, ballooned up in weight, had mental breakdown, had his boxing license revoked? After 2.5 years of all that, he was suicidal as well. He got off the sofa, beat a taxi driver, beat an ice cream truck driver, no offense to anybody who is, got in that ring, went to America, by the way, to your own backyard, and beat you comfortably. And you had to get the judges to screw him. So you get a draw, a gift draw. But yeah, his popularity is going up because he got a draw. No. His popularity has gone down. His name goes into the trends because people are mocking him. They're laughing. You got exposed by a fat man. Very simple, isn't it? So, Shelly Finkel also says this. Wilder vs Joshua is the biggest fight in the world, so it's worth more than the $120 million that DAZN offered. So what he's saying is a fight between him and Joshua would do mega numbers. He even pulled out the 3 million figure. Yet, prior to Deontay Wilder fighting Tyson Fury, didn't Deontay Wilder predict 2 million pay-per-view buys? 2 million pay-per-view buys, yet it only did just over 300,000. What's your prediction based on? I thought nobody knew Anthony Joshua in America. Nobody likes Anthony Joshua in America, remember? So where do these numbers come from exactly? So is it really the biggest fight? Maybe for Joshua, because Joshua is involved. That means Joshua, a pay-per-view star, a pay-per-view attraction, the name in boxing alongside Canelo Alvarez. Whoever's number 1, number 2, makes no difference. They're there or thereabouts. You need Joshua for those numbers, so therefore Joshua should get the king's slice. Again, very, very simple one. So anyway, Shelly Finkel was asked about the DAZN 120 million. Okay, remember, we're going to keep on saying this, 120 million, not 100 million. Now, you see, he goes back onto the popularity thing again. Okay, Deontay Wilder's popularity is rising all the time. In 2 or 3 fights, he could get the same money. My reaction, what? What do you mean in 2, 3, 4 fights? He could get the same money as 120 million. Why work harder for the same reward when you can just take that money now? Why do 2, 3, 4 fights to get the same money when you're being offered the same money? What he's getting at is, well, DAZN offering is 120 million, but if Wilder fights 2, 3, 4 times and his popularity keeps going up, ShowTime will give Deontay Wilder that same kind of money. So you're more concerned about what bank account this 120 million is coming out of. Isn't that what you're saying? That's not difficult, is it? Why work harder to get the same reward when you can just take it now? So again, Shelly Finkel, come on, man. Now, this is going to be the one that you guys are really going to like. Some probably won't. So Deontay Wilder is a free fighter. He's a free agent. He can hop from network to network. He chooses wherever. In fact, he chose ShowTime, and he chose not for it to be on pay-per-view. He's a free agent, so he's not tied down. He's not owned or anything like that. Yeah, he just committed himself to ShowTime. That's the first one, with no kind of annual contract, but he is in there. So let's go to what Shelly Finkel said when Deontay Wilder rejected an ESPN offer, not the DAZN one, but the ESPN offer. Very, very interesting statement from Shelly Finkel. In fact, this is what Shelly Finkel had to say about the ESPN Top Rank offer. We did receive an offer from Top Rank, which included a multi-fight deal with Deontay. The deal effectively meant signing Deontay over to them and included a purse for a fight before the Tyson Fury rematch. But we didn't want to. We are not going to give up our fighter to them. If we wanted to do a fight beforehand, we would do it ourselves. So, how do we react to this one? Well, he's right in one sense, in the sense that he's doing another fight and they're doing it themselves. But here's another way of looking at it. Shelly Finkel, you manage F.A. Jagba and Deontay Wilder. Is there anybody else? No. So why are you saying we? Do you work for the PBC? Do you work for ShowTime? Well, do you? If you did, it's news to me. So why are you saying we? Now, end of the day, he's taking his Dominic Breazeale fight, probably for far less money. Allegedly, Stephen Espinosa said it is for far less money. It's probably about 1/10 of the money. I haven't seen that one yet. It's just what I've heard. So let's move on to this next bit. We didn't want to hand over our fighter to Top Rank. We're not going to give up our fighter to them. As I said, our? Okay. But what this tells you is that Deontay Wilder is owned. Shelly Finkel is his boss. Al Heyman is his boss. Which one's Django? You decide. Deontay Wilder is being told what to do. He got told, you are not signing with Top Rank. Shelly Finkel's own words, we are not going to give up our fighter to them. His own words. He owns Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has a boss, or two bosses, Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel. So he does exactly what they tell him to do. They told him, no, Deontay, you are not taking that money with ESPN and Top Rank. You are not doing it. So let's move over to the DAZN. Very simple. Shelly Finkel, no, Deontay, you are not taking this 100 million. You will do what I tell you to do, when I tell you to do it, and how I tell you to do it. You do not speak unless I tell you you can speak. And the words that you will say are words that I will script to you. And if you mess about, I'll stick you back in the shed. By the way, my hedge needs trimming over there. Get. Shelly Finkel is his boss. If he's saying we are not going to give up our fighter to them, means Wilder is tied in to Shelly Finkel and or Al Heyman. Does it not? from Finkel's own words. Deontay Wilder is owned. So, Deontay Wilder, when you said that Anthony Joshua is the slave of the white man, Eddie Hearn, is Shelly Finkel the slave master of you? Is he? Because he's speaking for you. He's telling you they ain't going to give you up. That's why you're fighting on ShowTime. That's why you didn't sign with Top Rank. That's why you didn't sign with DAZN. Because you were told you ain't doing it. Very simple, isn't it? Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.